Hello and welcome back to the channel. Um, Today I'll be doing a college football conference real alignment video. I call this one real alignment because I think this one I finally came up with a more realistic model. Um, I kept most of the conference names like ACC, SEC, um, you know, and I was able to change Pac-12 to Pac-16, Big 10 to Big 16. So we'll get into that right now, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Some of my reasonings for this. Well, I was influenced by the when I heard about the college football playoff expanding 12 teams. Um, so this influenced me to do a more of a better realistic realignment because the more recent realignments I've done, I haven't really honestly been too happy with them. I kind of it was kind of disappointed I had to like break up some rivalries. With this model, I don't have to do that anymore. If anything, bring back a lot of rivalries, which would be great. Um, so there's less confusion. I don't, we don't want anyone to be confused anymore. I want to be pretty straightforward here. Um, Conferences need to be more even numbers. Like all conferences need to have the same amount of number of teams. Now here I did that. It was very close to that. We have 8 conferences. I have 18 in 2 of them and 16 in 6 of them. So it's 132 teams total. Right now they have 130, but I added 2 more for futuristic realignment. And we'll talk about the 2 teams right now when we do the slide. But that gives them 132. I figure 132 teams is better than well, not better, but it's like the NFL. The NFL has 32. So for college football, let's do 132. So anyway, good opportunity to realign conferences. Um, because like West Virginia in the Big 12 right now, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. We need to fix that, correct that, and we are going to do that here. We have done that here. A better organized structure for the regular season and bowl seasons. A better rotation of the teams that you play each year because we don't want it to be the same exact teams every single year. It's kind of boring. But you know, we'll talk about that again right now. Um, about college football getting still and boring. Well, we'll talk more into that right now, especially with the scheduling. I think that will help a lot. And realignment, of course. Better TV deals, redo TV deals because right now looks like it's kind of a mess. Um, College football, okay, we talked about that. Use rotation, regular season scheduling. Okay, we'll talk about scheduling right now. And so that way it's not always the same. I think expanding to 12, that way it'll be good. It's not always the same 3, 4, 5 teams that are guaranteed a spot. Not guaranteed, but pretty much if they win out or just have one loss, they're in. And it's 2021. We gotta change. It's not the 1900s anymore. You gotta change the way we do things now. It'd be more organized and make it better. So these are the 8 conferences here: ACC, Big 16. Big 12 is now Midwestern 16. Mountain West is now just the Mountain Athletic Conference. Pac-12 is Pac-16. SEC stays the same. American Athletic Conference stays the same. We added the National Athletic Conference here, so you kind of get like an AFC, NFC um, here. These are the 2 teams. The American and National are the 2 that have the 18. These 6 up here have the 16. So we'll look at the American here. You guys can go ahead and pause. I'm not gonna go through each team here, but you can go ahead and pause the video and look at the logos and the pod. So just so you know, before you do that, up here is the Ohio pod, the North pod, and the South pod. So and that has 18 teams. And if you did look at the video, if you froze it already and looked at the teams and scheduling, we'll get into it right now. But since this is the 18 team one of the 18 team ones. This is let's use Army here, okay? So Army plays everybody here in their row in their pod. That's 5 teams, and then they'll play 2 more from up here and 2 more down here. So that's 9 total conference games. I mean, yeah, conference games, non-conference games. Navy's going to be one of them already automatically every year. The other 2 we'll kind of figure out between amongst the other conferences. kind of like the way they do it now. They could, schools can talk and negotiate that kind of stuff. But so anyway, so that's how I have that. And then as far as the two teams, so year one they'll play these two teams, these two teams. Year two will be these two. Year three, these two and these two. It'll keep rotating like that. But they do play these five every single year. Um, here you go. These are teams in the national. It'll be the same thing schedule wise for them. It's the same thing with the 18 team model here. Um, three pods for the 18, three pods of sixes. So, and then, so you guys looked at the teams there. And here we go. The ACC. This is the first 16 team one. We can go through these ones real quick. Boston College, Rutgers, Syracuse, Connecticut. That makes the North pod. The Carolina pod is Duke, NC State, North Carolina, and Wake Forest. The Coastal is Charlotte, Maryland, Virginia, Virginia Tech. And the South is Clemson, Coastal Carolina, East Carolina, and South Carolina. So, and as far as we'll get into the scheduling right now for the 16 one. So here in the Big 16, I call this one the big pot. So, because four really big teams here: Michigan, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Ohio State. They play each other. Those four play each other every year. The West has Iowa, Iowa State, Minnesota, Wisconsin. The East has Cincinnati, Penn State, Pittsburgh, West Virginia. Pittsburgh, West Virginia used to be a rivalry. That'll be fun to watch again. And then we have down here in the Central, we have Illinois, Indiana, Northwestern, and Purdue. And then this is going to be your new Midwestern 16. Um, in the pod on the top right here, I call that one the Cowboy pod. That's Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas, Texas A&M. The second one is the Midwestern pod, Arkansas, Baylor, Texas Tech, Tulsa. Here in the South, we have Houston, Rice, SMU, and TCU. And in the North, we have Kansas, Kansas State, Missouri, and Nebraska. And here we go with the mountain. This used to be this is the Mountain Conference, Mountain Athletic Conference. So we have the Air Force. So here in this is the North. The North, we have Air Force, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and Wyoming. North Dakota State and South Dakota State are the two teams I added here in the FBS. Was almost gonna do Montana and Idaho, but I figured they struggled so long ago in the the original Pac-10, and then before it became Pac-8, and then it became Pac-10 again. Almost did that, but these are new. I know North Dakota State's always really good. South Dakota State, I know they're up, definitely upcoming. Um, so yeah, I added those two, and then here we go in the West, so we can round off the Mountain Division or conference here. And then here in the West, we have Boise State, BYU, Utah, Utah State. The East, we have Colorado, Colorado State, New Mexico, New Mexico State. And the South, we have North Texas, Texas State, UTEP for Texas University of Texas El Paso, and UTSA for University of Texas San Antonio. And here we go, my side of the world here. So we have the Pac-16, new Pac-16. We have the Mountain Pod. We have Arizona, Arizona State, Nevada, UNLV. The Golden Pod. There's Cal, Stanford, UCLA, USC. The Coastal Pod or the Pacific Pod, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna call it Coastal for now, since it's already called Pac-16. You got Fresno State, Hawaii, San Diego State, San Jose State, and then the Northwest Pod. We got Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Washington State. So real quick, since we're on this one here, we'll talk about the scheduling right now. Um, so Arizona, for example, plays these three teams every year. So that's never going to change. They play them away, home, away. That'll change every year, but they always play these three teams. Then they'll play two from this row, two from this row, and two from this row. Now the two that they play from here, rivals, so it'll be like Cal and Stanford. And then over here, they'll play. It's a rival here will be Hawaii and San Diego State, and then they'll play Oregon, Oregon State, and then year two it'll be UCLA, USC. Fresno State, San Jose State, and Washington State. And then that will change. So every other year they play Cal and Stanford. Every other year they play them. Year they play them. Every other they play them. Every other they play here. You know what I mean? So you play these three every year, and everybody else it's every other year, So it's not too bad. So it kind of changes things a little bit. It's not the exact same every year. You kind of change things for every other year, and then it'll be home and away. So if you 2 years ago, so if you played here year one, year three, you'll have them home, and vice versa. So and the same thing here, year two. If you're over there, then year four they come to you. So or if they came to you, then you go over there. So that's kind of the way I could explain the scheduling right there. SEC, um, the North, no, the West we have Alabama, Auburn, and Ole Miss, Mississippi State and Ole Miss. Sorry. Uh, the Gulf we have Florida State, LSU, Miami. That's a heck of a pod right there. And then we have Georgia in the East. Here we have Georgia Tech, South Florida, and UCF for Central Florida. And then the North we have Kentucky, Louisville, Tennessee, and Vanderbilt. And these are the networks that they should all be showing games on. Turner should get involved again. NBC should definitely be involved. USA, True TV, FX again. All these teams should be involved again. Pac-12, maybe they go to CBS now because SEC is not there anymore. So Pac-12, they need to renegotiate their stuff because it's kind of sloppy. So got a new commissioner now to see if he can help clean that up. And so yeah, that's what I have there. Yeah, we're finished here. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope this is more of a this conference realignment makes more sense than the other ones I've done in the past. So let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll do more. We'll do more videos. And if you guys have any ideas, please leave them in the comments. And we'll have a description of all the pods and the conferences down in the description here too, so you can just read them. Um, and again, yeah, stay tuned for more, guys. Take care, and we'll talk soon.